Now let's move to try out the Docker way. So for that we first need to install Docker. So let's type Docker desktop. I'll be using Docker desktop client. Now depending upon the processor chip, you'll install that particular version. Since I'm using Apple Silicon, I'll be downloading the Apple version. Just download it and then install it. And then search for the Docker client and open up the application. The Docker is actually starting, but I somehow got confused and started it again. You can see that on the top bar, we have Docker starting. So once it started, you can see that you'll see this kind of view. If you have any images, just delete them all, or any containers running, just delete them. First delete the containers, and once you delete them, just go to the images tab and delete all the images that you are not using. Then you will have this empty view. Now close the server, and then we'll be using the Docker file and the Docker compose. You can see that we have compose.yaml file. This has all the configuration for the Docker compose. The context means the Docker file. So context dot means the Docker file in the current directory. So you could type command docker compose up, and this will find that particular Docker file and create an image. Since we have Redis in our configuration file as well, this is going to pull the Redis image and create the container, and then move forward with our own Docker file to create the backend. Now currently it's installing all the dependencies in our Node.js app. Just wait a couple of seconds and this will deploy our container. Now it's exporting all the layers. You can see that we have the logs, and now our server is actually live on a particular address. So localhost colon 8001 as a port. You can see that the GraphQL playground is accessible. This means that the container was deployed successfully and we can actually work with our backend.